Welcome back, East Texas. As promised, we are joined by some special guests. Here we go. How are y'all today?
Doing good.
Great.
Good. Okay, so let's tell the community where you are right now.
We're at Jackson Hill Marina out on Lake Sam Rayburn in Broadus.
And for what event?
We are at the Deep East Texas High School Fishing Series Texas Fallen Heroes Memorial Tournament.
And this is the 12th one, right?
Our Deep East Texas director for our tournament series here, Average Fisherman Ad Marler.
Yep, I'm a guide service here on the lake, and you know, this tournament is all about the veterans, the fallen heroes. It's all about giving back to the community, and Jackson Hill does an amazing job of that. Anybody that's part of here, the community in Rayburn, know that Jackson Hill is a staple for giving back to the community. And I'm very blessed to be with them and have all these wonderful young ladies at this event today. And really what it's all about is recognizing all of the heroes that have come home and, you know, ultimately didn't come home. So for me, it gives a lot to me being here at this event today. You know, with seeing all the faces and all the wonderful people that are donating their time. And that's what this is all about.
And actually...
And here comes Terry right now. Terry's trailing in.
Terry, so the founder of Outdoor Freedom Network, and one of the biggest people behind everything here is Terry Simpson. Terry, say hello to Amanda.
Hi, Terry. Hi,
Hello,
Terry.
Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Great day.
Yes, and
I'm going to just hold it here.
All right, you want me to stand
Go
here?
ahead and tell Terry everybody what it's all about. Tell us how you started out with this and you know, with the marina and everything.
Well, when we first got here, it just seemed like a good idea. At the time, there were a lot of veterans coming back medically, being discharged. It was a time where the Iraq War was going on, and being my father was a disabled World War II veteran, so we just made sense. Connie's dad was a World War II veteran, so we just started doing random acts of kindness for veterans, and then it just seemed there was a lot of veterans that, of course, that fish and come up to the lake, and we noticed a real connection with how it made them feel, and especially when recovering from trauma, PTSD, traumatic brain injury. So we started doing programs for disabled veterans, and it was way beyond what we ever dreamed. We had no idea the impact that fishing and time in the outdoors would have on veterans, but we found out real quick, and of course we also, as one of our programs, had the high school fishing. So it's just a natural thing. We wanted the kids to understand what sacrifice and service was all about, and we wanted to introduce them to people that have really sacrificed. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think that's great.
That have done so much for our country, and so we started this as part of our Deep East Texas High School Fishing Series. We started a tournament called the Texas Fallen Heroes. Along the way, we became the custodian of the wall of the memorial wall that you see behind us.
Yes.
And so she can see that.
And this is, I think, what, our 12th annual Texas Fallen Heroes. I think they probably already talked to you about how that works. And
no, we haven't even gotten there yet.
No, we haven't.
Oh,
we were just introducing ourselves when you walked in.
Oh, okay.
So
it's all you, Terry.
You were the opening act.
I see. All right. Well, what happens here is that in the morning, all of the teams, the student anglers and the boat captains are presented with a set of dog tags from one of our Texas Fallen here on the wall. They fish in their honor, and we give them a prayer to recite before they take their first cast in the morning. Mention the person by name. It's very important when we're honoring these veterans that we remember them by name, and so we ask them to say this prayer before their first cast, and then when they come back in, we ask them to look that hero up, to do a Google search. This is the War on Terror, so it's been since 2001. So a lot of these young men and women still have social media sites And that's a way we can reach out to the families. So every year, all of these kids post something to the families of these fallen, and it's has a tremendous, tremendous impact.
Right, absolutely, that they know that their loved one's not forgotten.
Miss Nellie.
Yeah, talking about Miss Nellie. Miss Nellie is our director
Okay.
of the tournament.
So they just kind of took over and did your whole interview, and I haven't heard you say hardly a word.
No, that's okay.
So I want to hear you ask me a question. How about that?
Well, I would like to know, Miss Nellie, like how you got involved with this organization and also why it's important to you.
Okay. I am involved, when I began to get involved with this, I'm a high school advisor for a fishing team, a fishing club, some call it. I also help now to run the tournament itself. So that's how I became involved. I've always been very strong in giving back to your community and to people in your life who deserve recognition. So we're big on volunteering to start with, but we're super big on this because we want the children to know nowadays, I don't feel like there's enough recognition going out to these heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms that we still have today. The kids are able to fish in a free country. They're able to participate, go to public schools, and have such tremendous freedoms. And this wall and the faces on it are the reason why. And I feel like our country has sort of pulled away from the ideal of that and forget that those heroes are the reason that that's possible. We also, which we haven't mentioned much of, we recognize any first responder, police, fire, EMS, because of course we consider them also our heroes, especially community heroes, because very often they're volunteers, you know, volunteer EMS, volunteer firemen. So we recognize them as well. We also have a lot of times we have a student, a child, an angler, or a family who has a personal connection to one of these heroes on the wall. And when we have that, it really affects the entire crowd. You know, today we're looking at having probably upwards of 500 to 800 people out here, you know, of all ages, from infants to adults, when this gets rolling at its strongest point this afternoon. And I can tell you right now, there will be several times that that crowd will be silent. Because they all get the importance of what this is about and what it represents.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember my grandfather, late Roy Lee Gaddison, he fought in the Korean War. And then my brother, Webster Gaddison, he was in the Air Force for 8 years. And I remember going to just the boot camp graduation. And when I tell you I boo-hooed just by seeing him put, you know, to be honored and to graduate from boot camp, because I know what it means. I know the sacrifice and the risk that he's about to take for not just me, but for everybody. So I'm so proud of all of you for putting this organization together and for recognizing the people who didn't make it home, because it's so important, and they have families that love them and miss them, and we are all walking free because of them.
Yeah. Last year, just to say too, last year we had a story. We had a parent of one of the anglers who shared her story, and her brother, while she was still in high school, the police and military came to high school to pick her up, to bring her home, to give her the news that her brother had passed. So when we told that story and when she stood up to talk about that, there's really that connection. I make those kids understand that you may or you may not have someone in the military right now, but just imagine that you did. Just imagine that you were sitting in math class, misbehaving in some way, and in comes a police officer or a military person to the door, and they pull you out, and you're clueless as to why. And moments later, you find out why. So, you know, it's a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice for more than the heroes. They gave their life, but they're living the best life they can now. We you know, I feel like they're in the best place they can be. But the families left behind are the ones who are now tormented. You know, they struggle with the what ifs and, you know, why did we do this and why did he or she decide to do this? So the families and the friends that are left behind are the ones that, you know, are left to live out their years and struggle with missing those heroes. So
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for sharing what it
We
means to
appreciate
you.
your family's
Yeah.
service as well.
Thank you, and I appreciate you honoring all of these fallen heroes and getting the students involved. It's a domino effect because they understand the sacrifices that these people have made, and it helps them recognize it as they get older. And some of them, of the students that you have out there, they may serve in our military, and it's going to mean that much
Absolutely.
more to them when they do that. And so, did any of you serve in the military? Or anybody in your family?
So here, like, meeting all these wonderful people. I served in the 82nd Airborne. I was in for 9 years.
Yeah.
I lost brothers and sisters while I was in, and the big thing that they've all mentioned, when veterans come home, they still struggle.
Yeah.
After the military, they still struggle. And, you know, being a part of this and watch this community grow, and so much on my guide service trips, I have veterans with me. And a lot of times we're not even fishing because we're relating to each other. And being able to come be a part of something like this helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
And seeing all these wonderful, see us all of us tearing up, that's how much it means to us.
Y'all are making me tear
It's
up.
a wonderful thing.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a wonderful thing. It's so meaningful. And like I said earlier to Miss Nellie, like, it's going to have a domino effect, and it's impactful for your community and beyond for years to come that you all might not even see. And so what's the agenda? Can you give us a quick rundown of what's to come throughout the rest of the day?
Agenda for the rest of the day?
We will start a ceremony at around 2 o'clock. All of the anglers will not be in, but most of the crowd, parents, grandparents, like I said, friends, siblings. And we have, turn the camera around real quick.
Yeah.
We have some veterans already here, so I just want to give you a shot of that. That are setting up.
Awesome.
Up front, we have the missing in action table set up for the soldier who didn't return, who we were not able to find. So we have that going on. We'll open up with the story of how the wall began, who actually started the wall. We'll have prayers, we'll have music, and we'll have videos. We'll tell stories of the soldier and the reason that the wall started. We're going to recognize a very important veteran who's here with us today. He's going to be recognized and talk about. Anything you want to add to that, Terry?
I think you about said it. We're just going to do everything we can to honor them and, like I said, remember them. They are all they're heroes, every one of them.
Right.
And when you look at this wall, one thing you're going to see, there are women on this wall, there are men on this wall.
Right.
There is every color, every creed. There is no there is no limitations on who's a hero. And so we're just glad, and we just have to say, God bless America.
Right.
Amen.
And we'll end today on this beautiful windy day on the lake. And I wish you could see that view.
Yeah.
But we'll end the day today with taps playing in the wind.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
That's great, and I
Try to get everybody in here.
like seeing the wall because, as Terry said, there's so many different colors and ages and sizes and all of that. But one thing they had in common is that they gave a sacrifice. They sacrificed for all of us, and it's just when you see those pictures, you often wonder, like, who were they? What did they like? What did they like to eat? Where did they like to go? But hopefully, their memories live on with their families, and you all are doing a great job of honoring all of those people. And it sounds like you have a hero just right there to your left, Terry, that we can give a pat on the back and thank you for your 9 years of service and all of your brothers and sisters that you served with as well too.
Thank you.
And so,
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so I think we're going to try to stream the 2 o'clock service today because that would be amazing for the community to see as you do the ceremony.
Yes, I'll be streaming everything live on our Facebook page, on Outdoor Freedom Network's Facebook page today. And so check us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, please tune in for more tears.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
And we'll be doing this again next year too. So anybody who sees this and wants to become a part of it or come join us, reach out. We're going to be here again for many, many years to come, continuing to.
Do you have a sign up for
remember
next
and
year for
honor.
volunteers and things like that?
Yes, absolutely.
And where do they go to
Always
sign
looking
up?
for-
The Outdoor Freedom Network Facebook page, they can send through Messenger.
Yep.
That's a great way to contact.
Okay.
Yeah, or just also outdoorfreedom.net. There's a contact us button, and they can send an email, and either myself or Terry will respond to you. I'm Alicia Mitchon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's so great to talk to all of you. Is there anything about the Memorial Tournament today or the organization that I haven't asked you that you want to share with the community?
Well, I think Terry covered a good bit of our mission and everything. But I mean, Outdoor Freedom Network is all about bringing the community together and sharing patriotism of our fallen heroes, our present heroes, past, all, and bringing that younger generation together, but also helping those who are dealing with any loss of their family. We're here for you.
Right.
And we're, I don't know, I'm rambling. There's a reason I've been hiding behind the camera. Yeah. I'm not a word person.
Outdoor Freedom Network finishes every email with a quote, and I'm going to have her give you that real quick, and that kind of says it.
Okay.
Yeah. We can't all do great things, but we can all do small things with great love.
That's what we hope to do here.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's so good, and I couldn't close it any better than that quote. So I hope that the 12th annual Texas Fallen Heroes Memorial Tournament goes well today. We're honored to get to speak with all of you, and so proud of the work you're doing, and look forward to seeing the streaming today at 2 o'clock.
Thank you for your interest.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.